Hi, Maxwell here. So glad to be here with you today. Our mission is to inspire and help people grow. And as you watch our videos, I hope that it takes you to I know that it's going to take you to the next level and it's going to help you grow. So every day we're going to have a topic that we're going to be talking about. By the way, they call me the dream connector. They call me the messenger of hope. And I carry a message today, and our message today is momentum. I love what my mentor said, and he always says the same thing. Momentum, he says, because his name is also Maxwell. Momentum is the leader's best friend. I want you to kindly write this down because we're going to deeply go into this and you're going to realize that momentum is really everything. So write it down again. I repeat. Momentum is the leader's best friend. And when I say leader, I'm talking to you. Yes, you watching me today. You are the leader in different aspects of your life. If you're married, you become a leader in that aspect of life. If you have a job, you automatically take the place as a leader in whatever role you play. The reason why you're a leader because you control your success, you control your failures. The difference between success and failure, the difference between winning and losing is momentum. And I'm going to tell you why momentum is key. When you understand the value of momentum, when we're done talking today, you're going to go back and rewrite some goals because momentum is the great exaggerator. Momentum is the great magnifier. You see, in the US, we have a slogan that say, they are playing above their head. You see, when they say they're playing above their head, what they're trying to say is they're not that good. They got the mo going. My mentor calls it the big mo. They got the momentum going. The difference between success and failure, winning and losing is momentum. I'll give you an example. When you have a train moving at the top speed, if you put a block wall in between the train is going to smash through the block wall. Now that same train, if you take a 5-inch block and put right in the front of the wheel of the train, when the train doesn't have momentum, that 5-inch block will stop that train from moving. So what's the difference? At speed, it penetrates a concrete wall. At 0% movement, it is stopped by a 5-inch block. You see, the problem, ladies and gentlemen, we have in our life, in our situation, the problem is not the problem. The problem is that you lack momentum. When you have momentum going, things begin to go for you. If you are the CEO of your company and things are going well, things are moving well, people begin to respect your leadership. Anything you say commands respect. You see, two people say the same words, but because of the momentum the other person has created, people listen to it differently. And this is the same thing that happened in our lives, whatever place you play as a leader, it listens to your momentum because your momentum determines your result. It controls the success and failures. You see, momentum can be positive and can be negative. When you have momentum, the positive begins to magnify. It begins to magnify you. You begin to play above your head. You begin to perform so good. And they're like, wow, I've never seen him so good. That's the power of momentum. So if you have a business or you're married, whatever you have, if you want to get it going, higher momentum, get momentum into your life. The reason why you're having all these problems is because you lack momentum. You see, managers love to manage the problem, and it takes a negative tonation. You see, leaders build momentum, so it pushes the problem through the walls, and they keep going. See, when you spend, I'm not saying you shouldn't manage your business. No. I'm just trying to say, take the role of leadership and be the momentum builder. If you're having too many complaints, too many problems, and whatever you're doing is because you lack momentum. Because when momentum comes in, it pushes through the trouble, it pushes through the walls. So, what are the things you need to do to build momentum? I'm glad you asked because I have the answers. How do you build momentum in your business? How do you build momentum in your home? How do you build momentum to penetrate the anxiety that you face? And I'll give you some key things you can do to build momentum, especially for entrepreneurs listening to me. You see, first you got to understand the value of momentum. That's key. When you watch a basketball game and one team is scoring 3 points, they're just on fire, they're winning. You see, the first thing that comes to the other coach's head on the other team is, I'm going to call for a timeout. So the reason why he calls for the timeout is not to sing Kumbaya, is because he knows the value of momentum. If he doesn't call the timeout, they will not stop and he will lose the game. So there are times in your life you need to call for timeout. You need to go back and take a recess. Come on now, come on. You're getting slapped. You're getting slammed by challenges, COVID, whatever. Take a time out to slow the momentum down. So the coach calls for a timeout so he can slow the momentum of the winning team. He can go back and plan and re-strategize and come back with some good strategy to win the game. So sometimes when things are happening to us, we need to take that time out, that recess, to go back and look at the problem and pivot in a different way so we can get the results that we want. So understand the value of momentum and know when to call for the timeout. Now the next one, when you understand the value of momentum, you want to know your momentum buttons. If you have a business, right, what pushes your team to move better? What pushes, what steers them up? What are the momentum buttons you can use to push your team? What are the momentum buttons you can use to push you? You see, I can tell you one of my momentum buttons is progress. I love what Tony Robbins said. He said progress equals happiness. You see, when I am progressing, I am moving forward, it gets me to give more. It helps me to push the momentum forward. So what is your momentum button? Is it food? Is it coffee? I don't know. Whatever your momentum button is, know it and push it hard. If it's your team, what do they like? Do they like praises? What do they love? Do they love recognition? Know your momentum buttons and push it. Now, the next point I want to make is you have to also know the demotivating factors. Okay, you need to remove those negative people in your life. Come on now. Come on now. You need to remove the negative substances that pulls you down, because for you to go up, you have to let go to go up, or you will be dragged. What are the demotivating factors in your life? What are the demotivating factors in your business? What will you do that your team is going to hate? What do they hate? Is it that long paperwork you give to them? Come on, somebody. What do they do that just drags the morale down? You need to get rid of the demotivating factors in your team and your life. You see, this works in every aspect of life. You can name an aspect of life, and I'll tell you, take the demotivating factors out. And the last point I have for you today is know how to celebrate your victories. It stirs up the momentum in you. Celebrate your victory. Every time you get or you do something, you achieve a goal, either personally or business wise, celebrate your victory. Do something special for you, because this stirs up and keeps the momentum going. And my time is up today, but here is the takeaway. I want you to write this down. Your problem is not the problem. Your problem is that you lack the power of momentum to keep you going and keep you heading forward. So get momentum in every aspect of your life. And when you get that momentum, you want to push that sucker to the last. Don't let it go. You want to push it, because when you stop the momentum, it takes so much to get the momentum going again, like a train that comes to a complete stop. It takes a lot of strength to get it up, to get moving. But when it's on the high speed, you want to keep it. You want to keep pushing the motivation, pushing the momentum buttons to keep that speed. Don't let it stop. I hope this will help you out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be putting out lots of massive content every week. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button now. And I thank you so much for spending this beautiful time with me. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay blessed.